Hello everyone, welcome to BYJU'S. I'm your friend and your teacher, Saurabh. Now, as I understand, in a few days from now, you are about to go for your class 10th board exams, right? Let me just tell you what some of you are facing right now. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts? Now, I'm not a mind reader, but still, let me just give it a try. Some of you are feeling anxious. What will I do? So close, exams are about to happen. All right. Some of you are feeling depressed. Oh my god, I have not revised so much. I think I won't be able to do good in this exam. Yes. Some of you are feeling pressurized also. And let me just tell you, most of the pressure is external. Everybody has been telling you for so long, right? Class 10th board exams, you have to do well. It matters a lot, right? Okay. Now, I told you, I'm not a mind reader. But the only reason I'm able to tell all this is because it happens with everyone. It's pretty generic. Everybody faces this. You are not special, right? So, these feelings come. They are bound to come. You can't help it. Now, next question is even more important. Sir, is it wrong to have these kind of feelings? I would say no. It's not wrong to have these feelings. Accept it. Yes, you are feeling this. But to let these feelings overpower you, that is wrong. All right. So control yourself, control your emotions like this. Now, before you judge for this session to be like a motivating class, like a motivational class, no, it's not. Let me just clarify this. It's not. There are a lot of rankers edge videos which talks about motivation, about tips and tricks for your exams, but this is not that. Yes, I'll cover a small part of it, but no, this is not a motivation class. Today, we are here for this. We are here to discuss 2020 science board paper. We are here to analyze this paper. And again, let me just clarify something. I'm not here to solve this paper for you. No, I won't do that. I won't give you solutions for the questions of previous year board papers. You can do that on your own. I'm not here to do that. Then, sir, why are we here? We are here to analyze it, to see what should be your approach. Whenever the first thing comes in front of you in your exam hall, the question paper, how you should think, what should be your plan, how you should approach a question, all right? We'll talk about these things. This is very important. But paper solving, the previous year board paper solving, I'll leave it to you, all right? You will do it. Don't worry. I'll tell you how. So, let me just clarify this at once. I have divided this session into 3 modules. First is preparation. We'll talk about how to prepare for exams. You have few days, right? I'll tell you how to prepare in these few days. Next is the crux, the meat of the session, solving. We'll see how to solve a paper, right? What should be the approach, the plan, the mindset, everything, right? Next is the mindset. Mindset, what should be your mindset while you are giving an exam or you're preparing for an exam, all right? So these are the 3 parts. Let's start with the first thing first, preparation. All right. Now, very basic question, how to prepare for exam. Most of the points you already know, but still, I'll try and give you 1 or 2 extra. First, go through a couple of old question papers. Now, I won't say just go through. Going through is something you are just going through. No. Recreate the same environment which is about to happen in your actual exam. Give a board exam before you go for the actual board exam. How, sir? Take the old question paper, pick a nice and quiet room, sit there and attempt this paper. But again, I'm saying attempt it at the same time slot. Attempt it at 10:30, sit for 3 hours and see how to recreate the same environment. Give this as a board paper, as an actual board paper. That's how you will face the challenge, right? That's how you will take all that fear, that exam pressure in the exam hall which comes to you, all right? So that's how you will recreate the same environment. So that's why I'm saying go through old question papers. Next, complete the incomplete first. It might seem like a vague statement, but it's not a vague statement. Complete the incomplete first. You have a few days, right? You have a few days. Now, there are some topics which you feel you are a little weak in, right? So what you have to do? Revise those. Revise them aggressively every day, twice a day, thrice a day, but make sure you cover them. Don't leave now. But again, beware. I'm not talking about a day before an exam. If you are 1 day before an exam, leave something. If you're not able to figure it out, just leave it. But this is when there are few days, all right? So complete the incomplete first. Next, studying as if you have to teach. Now, what does this mean? When you are studying, don't just memorize things. Don't just recall everything. Yes, this I know this, I know this. No, 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 that's fine. But study as if you have to teach to someone. Why? Because tomorrow, when you are giving the exam, what you have to do, whatever ideas and thoughts you have to express them on the paper. You have to teach to the examiner what you are thinking. That's why study as if you have to teach. All right? Okay. Next, make mind maps and play cards for revision. Now, it's an advice. I mean, there are some concepts which you tend to forget frequently. So what you have to do? Make mind maps, make play cards, and look at them every day, right? Why? If you do this frequently, all this information will be absorbed in your subconscious and you will not forget it, right? So, mind maps and play cards, it's a good habit. Do it, all right? Next is solve the NCERT questions, because the paper you are attempting for, NCERT questions are a good guide for those papers, right? NCERT questions, there is a good thing about NCERT questions. They cover almost all the important concepts in that particular chapter. So if you have done the NCERT questions, you are in a good position, right? You have practiced a lot, right? So that's why go for NCERT questions also. Solve them, okay? Next is deleted portion. So one thing this year which is special is some portion is deleted. Now you might have this information, so that's why I'll just quickly glance you through. Unit 1, mostly chemistry. Metals and non-metals, metallurgy and corrosion. These are gone. They are not there. So don't waste time over them. Carbon and its compounds, functional group, chemical properties, ethanol and ethanoic acid, soaps and detergent. They're all deleted, all right? So that's why. Focus on this thing which is there in your syllabus. Unit 2, mostly bio, right? Control and coordination in animals and plants. The entire chapter is gone, right? It's completely deleted. So don't waste time on this, right? Focus on what's important now. Heredity and evolution. Evolution is gone, right? Evolution is gone. All right, manage your time well. Don't waste your time. Knowledge is something you can gain afterwards also, but this is exam time, all right? Unit 3, physics. The human eye and the colorful world. Functioning and defects of human eye. Application of spherical mirrors and lenses. This is also gone. Leave it. Next, Unit 4, physics again. Magnetic effects of electric current. Electric generator, AC and DC, and domestic electric circuits. It's all gone, right? Okay. Unit 5, sources of energy. Done. Deleted. Omitted. All right. So this is the deleted portion. It's very important not to waste time on this. Now, let's quickly see the weightage of marks. Now, this is something which was common last year also and this year also. Unit 1 has 25 marks, Unit 2 has 23, Unit 3 has 12, 13 and 7. Now, if you see physics, chemistry, bio, they have almost equal weightage, right? Chemistry has 25, bio has about 23, physics has 12 plus 13, so it's 25, and 7 is for natural resources or general science. Now, why I'm showing you this? Because although the weightage is same, but this year some portion is deleted. What does this mean? Let's say last year you had 10 topics and you had 25 marks for Unit 1, right? Now 3 of them are deleted. It's a hypo, like it's an assumption, right? 10 were there, weightage was 25 marks, but now let's say you have only 7. 3 are deleted. So 25 marks are now for the 7 topics. The concentration, the weightage per topic is increased. So that's why whatever you are reading, whatever is there in your syllabus, be very thorough with that, all right? Because weightage per topic will be more. Okay, getting this? Yes. Now, total is 80. The paper is of 80 marks, right? Okay. Now, this is everything we have to discuss for preparation. I told you, it's not a motivation class. I'll just give you some very basic tips and it's enough for you. Why we are here? We are here for this part, solving, right? So let's begin with this. First is a very obvious question. Why should we attempt previous year question papers? Why? Well, it's all right. I'll tell you our motive of doing this middle part, the solving part. First is get used to the environment and time yourself. Next, read the instructions carefully. Then first 15 minutes, set the priority, read the questions completely, and best practices to write the answers. Sir, you just quickly glance through them. I know, don't worry. I'll specify, I'll focus on each point individually. First, get used to the environment and time yourself. Whenever you get this question paper, right? Don't just start answering. No, don't do that. Get used to the environment of the exam hall. Sometimes this environment puts a weird kind of pressure on you, and you know what? You tend to mess up with the exam, right? So that's why get used to the environment. And that's why I'm advising you to recreate this environment at your home. Try to solve more and more previous year papers, right? So that this environment will not affect you. Okay? Getting this? Right. And time yourself. Time is pretty important. We'll discuss more on this. Next, read the instructions carefully. So this here is the first page of the question paper. It has what? It has a code. Here you have to write your roll number. And then we have some note, right? Some instructions. So read these instructions carefully. Now, sometimes, or I would say these are pretty generic, but still, it's a very good habit to go through them. Note, first it's saying, please check this question paper contains 23. So always, what you have to do is check the number of pages and see if that count is same as given in the first page. Just check it. If you are missing any paper, if the number of pages are less, then instantly inform the examiner. All right. Don't do it in between. It's very important. That's why count number of pages. Next, check if the number of questions in the question paper is equal to the number given here on the first page. Very important. Do it, right? It seems pretty obvious, but still do it. Okay. Next, write down the serial number of the question in the answer book before attempting it. Now this is something you might not make a mistake consciously, but still people can do that. What is it saying? It's saying if you are trying to answer question number 3, write solution for question number 3 and give the answer for third question only, right? Don't do it like this. This is the solution for question number 3 and you have given the answer for question number 6. Don't do it like this. It will give you 0 mark. All right. Question 3 is also gone. Question number 6 is also gone. That's why. Be very careful with this. Next. Now this one is pretty basic, but it's pretty strong. It's very important actually. It is saying at 10:15 you will be given the paper. But for 15 minutes, that is till 10:30, you will not be allowed to write anything. Then so, this is the time for you to go through the paper. This is the time for you to plan the attack. Not attack, plan the attack. All right? I'll tell you what am I saying. So, these are all the instructions, right? These are all the instructions. And this one is pretty important. The general instructions. They carry the marking scheme as well. So, for example, this question paper is of 3 sections, A, B, C, 30 questions in the paper, and all questions are compulsory. All right. Section A, it says 1 to 14 is section A, 1 mark each. MCQ is multiple choice question. VSA is very short answer type questions, and assertion reason also there. They are to be answered in 1 word or in 1 sentence. Don't write stories. Nobody likes stories. I'll elaborate on this. Don't worry. Section B, question number 15 to 24, 3 marks each, not exceed 50 to 60 words. These are the guidelines. Next, section C, 25 to 30, long answer type questions carrying 5 marks each, not exceed 80 to 90 words. Again, no one likes long essays or stories. Be precise, be clear. I'll repeat these 2 words very frequently in this session, so be prepared, all right? Next, answer should be brief and to the point. Brief and to the point, that's it. No overall choice, but internal choices are there, and separate instructions are given with each question wherever necessary. Now, this is the breakage. Section A, 1 mark question, total are 14 questions. But sir, what is this 20 in the bracket? It means 14 questions are there, but some questions have subparts. For example, one question has 4 subparts. One is a comprehension type question. It has 4 subparts, so it's 4 marks. So that's why the number of questions, if you take individually, it becomes 20. But according to the serial number, it is 40, right? So this is an average time per question is 2 minutes. Now, I'm not saying you to check your watch every 2 minutes. No. What I used to do was, if there is no wall clock in the examination hall, I'll just take off my wristwatch, keep it in front of me, and meanwhile, I'll just take a glance over it. Why? Because in my mind, subconsciously, it is confirmed that section A I have to complete in about 40 to 45 minutes. I will not give more than this one, right? So be clear with this. That is why we are saying on an average, it's about 2 minutes per question. Okay. Next, section B, 3 marks question, total number of questions are 10, and time per question I'm saying is 5 minutes. It's a 3-mark question, right? So 5 minutes is pretty decent. So about 50 minutes you should give for section B in this paper, 2020 paper. Then section C, so 5 marks, 6 questions are there, 10 minutes, 5 marks question, right? So they should be given some weightage in terms of time as well. So that is 60 minutes. So basically, you are done in 150 minutes. That is 2.5 hours. You still have half an hour. Why? To revise the paper, to see you have highlighted everything, you have not missed any question, right? This is very important. So that's why always leave some time for you in the end. Now, all right. So are we done with this? Let's talk about that first 15 minutes. I told you, I'll elaborate on this. First 15 minutes, set the priority. What does it mean? It means categorize into 3 parts. First is the question which you can do instantly, which you understand, which you are confident you will be able to solve. So that's why first 15 minutes is for you to glance through the paper, to read all the questions and plan which one you know better, which one you don't know, and which one you partially know. So you know what I would do? I would first of all see you know best. All right, I won't write anything, I won't mark anything. You partially know, all right? I will just put a circle like this. I partially know them. You don't know. Well, put a cross. I don't know this. Okay. Now the idea is while you are reading, read a question and read it completely. Read a question. If you're not able to make sense, read it again. If you're not still able to make sense, leave it. Leave it for now. You might get few keywords. You might see it is you know partially. It's okay. Put a circle. But it doesn't mean you have to waste time on that. Leave it. We'll do it. Attempt it in the end. Don't worry. So, what am I saying? How to implement this method? I'll show you right now. So, let's say this is section A. I read the first question. How are covalent bonds formed? Oh, I know this. All right. I know this. I won't put anything. Define electropositivity. Okay, define electropositivity. I know what is electronegativity, but I'm not quite sure with electropositivity. Okay, I'll put here. Next is atomic radii of first group elements are given below. Okay, some lengthy question is there. State the reason behind the observed trend in the above elements. Okay, I think I don't know this. I'll put cross. Next. Okay, I'll see this is a comprehension based question. All right. How is hydropower harnessed? I think I can answer it. All right. Circle. Define 1 megawatt. Oh yes, I can do it. I won't put anything. Mention 2 disadvantages of constructing Tehri dam. I have to read the comprehension for this. All right, I'll do it. So this is the way in which you will use your first 15 minutes. Read the whole paper, right? Read it, the whole paper, and read the questions completely. Sometimes what happens, in excitement, we read an incomplete question. Let me give you an example. Let's say the question is saying, mark the option which is not correct. But in excitement, you forgot to see not. Mark the option which is not correct. You saw first option. Oh, it is correct. I got the answer. No. Excitement is fine, but read the question completely. Okay? Don't make such mistake. Now, best practices to write the answers. Now is the time I'll tell you what kind of answers are good and what kind of answers are bad. But before starting, let me just tell you your mentality. Just understand something about the examiner. He has to check so many copies in one day, so many answer sheets in one day. You have to make his life easier, right? You can't write stories, something which is difficult to understand, difficult to read. He doesn't like it, or he or she won't like it, right? You have to make their words easy, right? You have to make their work easier. And that's why be precise, be clear. All right. So there are 2 types of questions, numericals and theoretical question. So in numericals, have a structure, right? Be clear, be precise, and write neatly. Have a structure in which you are solving the numerical. Always mention units, very important. Normally what happens, we find the correct answer, we write the value, we forget the units. And the moment you forget a unit, understand, at least half mark is gone. Units, very important. Next is a theoretical question. Write as pointers if possible. Write as pointers if possible. Underline the important keywords and prefer visual representation. I would recommend you note this down, right? Write as pointers if possible. Underline the important keywords and prefer visual representation, which means if there are diagrams, prefer the diagrams. Okay, I'll tell you why. Don't worry. It's a long paper. We'll discuss this. All right. All right. 1 mark question. Now, some students come to me and say, sir, which section to attempt first? I would say whatever you prefer. It's all right. It all depends on you. Whatever you are comfortable with. But if you ask my advice, I would say I'll go for the section A first. Why? If you go for section C first, yes, there are 5 marks question. If you are done with them, you get 5 marks. You secure your 5 marks. But the problem is, when you start the paper, you are not in that traction. You're not in that mood. So these 1 mark questions, they are simple, they are easy, they are short. The more questions you solve in section A, it gives you more and more confidence, right? You become in the mood of solving and writing and everything, right? So that phase is done. Now you are here to attempt 3 marks, then 5 marks. So that's my approach. But make sure you manage the time well. Section A, you have to complete within 40 to 45 marks. Don't stick to a question. Don't waste time on one particular question. Don't take it to your ego. All right? Be very careful. So that's why, for my advice, if you're asking, I would have attempted section A first. Okay? Fine. Right. So 1 mark question, time is average 2 minutes per question. Word limit is 1 word or sentence, and approach is right keyword, precise answer to save time. Sometimes you might know a lot, but don't show off, right? Be very precise. 1 mark means 1 concrete point you have to give to the examiner. That's it. Okay, let me show you what do I mean. For example, section A, how are covalent bonds formed? All right, I know this. How are covalent bonds formed? I know a lot actually. What if I write it like this? Covalent bonds are formed by the sharing of electrons between the atoms, all right? I give an example. Then I tell you, how is water a covalent bond? Water is a covalent compound formed by sharing of electrons between... What do you think? How is this answer? I'm correct. I'm not wrong. Let me show you one more answer. Covalent bonds are formed by the sharing of electrons between the atoms. Example is H2O, CH4, etc. Let me tell you what happened here. While giving this first answer, you started showing off. Yes, you knew a lot. But the problem is, it's a 1 mark question, right? It's a 1 mark question. You have to give 1 solid point. That's it. So the person who is giving the first answer, he will also get 1 mark. The one who is giving the second answer, he will also get 1 mark. The problem is, the person who gave the first answer, he lost more time. And time is also important, right? It's limited. It's not unlimited. So that's why. Be very careful. Only 1 important point, that's it. Don't show off, right? Okay, define electropositivity. This was a question which I said like this, right? Okay, define electropositivity. Now, what is electronegativity then? It is the tendency of an element to gain electron and become an anion, right? So can I think about electropositivity? Yes. It is the tendency of an element to lose electron and form cations. Yes. I did not waste time. I thought I knew this partially. I wrote the answer and then I'm done, right? I won't waste time on this. All right. This is also done. The reason I'm discussing this is because it's a choice-based question. Now for this one, I had done like this, which means I did not know it. Okay. Now if there are 2 choices, now let me just tell you, there are 2 ways you can go for it. First is knowledge. Check out of these 2 choices, which one you know better. Which one you know you will be able to write better. And choose that one. This is the first criteria. But second is, see if you know both of them, which one will take lesser time. For me, let's say I knew this one also. Sir, you are the teacher, you should know them. It's okay. Yeah, I think so. I should know them. So let's say I know both of them. You know which one I will choose? I'll choose electropositivity. Why? Because second question is not difficult, but it's a little time taking. The atomic radii of first group elements are given below. Group 1 element is given below and atomic radii is given. Now, state the reason behind the observed trend in the above elements. First of all, you have to check the data. You have to observe a trend and then you have to give reason for that observation. It's a little time taking, but still, it's not very difficult. Let's say you did not know electropositivity. Definitely you have to attempt this one then. How will you attempt this? What will you write? As we go down the group, the atomic radii increases. Right? Atomic radii increases due to increase in number of shells, and underline this. Highlight this like this. If you are done, your 1 mark is secured. Right? So fine. No beating around the bush. Clear, straightforward answer. That's it. Okay. Fine. Now, look at this question. Now, this is a comprehension based question. Still, it is out of syllabus right now. In this year, it's not there. But there is a reason I want to discuss this. The reason is it's a comprehension based question. Now, let me tell you what students do. First of all, they go through the complete comprehension. Read the complete comprehension. Then they read the questions. How is hydropower harnessed? Define 1 megawatt. They read the questions. Then they read the passage again. Let me tell you what is wrong in this. They are wasting time. And there is one more reason I'm telling you to do something else. Read the questions first. Don't look at the passage for now. Read the questions first and then read the passage. Why? Because normally these passages are taken from books, from articles of magazines or anything. So they are not, it's not really important. Then everything in the passage is going to help you to answer something. For example, how is hydropower harnessed? You have an idea how is hydropower harnessed. You have to store water in dams, then that water is made to fall on turbines and generator is there. That's how you convert energy, right? How is hydropower harnessed? You know this. Do you think it is there in the passage? Maybe. Read the passage after. So first of all, what I'm saying, read the questions and then go for the passage. Why? When you have read the questions and you are now reading the passage, you know exactly what you are looking for, right? For example, next is define 1 megawatt. Now tell me, do you know what is 1 megawatt? Let me tell you what most of the students will do. 1 megawatt. All right, sir, 1 megawatt. It is 10 to the power of 6 watt. Do you think it's a definition? No. This is a conversion factor. So what is 1 megawatt? What is 1 megawatt? It is the rate of conversion of 1 megajoules of energy in 1 second, right? Rate of conversion of energy. Rate of work done is power, right? That's why. Define it properly. But do you think it is given in the passage? No. You should know this. It's not related to the passage. Next, mention 2 disadvantages of constructing Tehri Dam. Now, this is something you might find in the passage. So, what is happening? This is telling some capacity of Tehri Dam, the surface area, the capacity, the wattage. Now, there are some social aspects in the second passage. So this will give you the answer, right? So yes, out of 4, 1 question is there which will be answered from the passage. Rest 3 of them, not needed, right? You can just answer them directly. So that's why I'm saying don't waste on reading the passage again and again. This is not an English comprehension. This is a physics comprehension, right? What happens when water from great heights is made to fall on blades of turbine? Come on, you can do this, right? So what is the idea? What is the takeaway from this discussion? In a comprehension, first read the questions, then read the passage so that you know what you are looking for. All right. Okay. Oh, all right. Next. Again, this is a passage based question. You are now sure what to do. I won't discuss it now. Yes. This is a question which I want to discuss. Why? The sky appears dark to passengers flying at very high altitudes mainly because it's an MCQ, right? It is an MCQ. Sometimes what students do is 5. What is the correct option? Scattering of light is not enough at such heights. All right, this is correct. B, there is no atmosphere at great heights. No atmosphere at great heights. But a plane is flying. Does it mean there is no atmosphere? There should be atmosphere. So B is wrong. C, size of molecules. No. D, light gets scattered towards the earth. No. So correct option is A. So what sometimes students do is, question number 5, correct option is A. That's it. And they move forward. Write the correct option as well, right? So A is, scattering of light is not enough at such heights. Now this is good representation, right? This is a good representation. Do it like this. All right. So 5th question is also fine. This is MCQ. How to write MCQs. This is what I wanted to show in this. Next is, a cylindrical conductor of length L and uniform area of cross section A has resistance R. All right. All right. The area of cross section of another conductor of same material and same resistance but of length 2L is. So what do you think? This is a numerical in a 1 mark question. Now let me tell you what you're thinking. Sometimes a student is thinking, sir, how to answer this? Should I just write the answer? You can do that. There's no problem in that. But still, I would say just writing the answer A, B, C or D, it's better to show the solution. But sir, solution, should I write the complete solution? No, it will take time. So what to do? Use the section of rough work. Yes, wherever you are doing numericals, it's always advised to put this kind of a section, this section for rough work. And when I'm saying rough, it does not mean something which cannot be read by anyone else. Rough means rough, but still it's readable. So what you will do? Question number 6, all right? Solution for question number 6. This is my actual writing, all right? Now, cylindrical conductor of length L, uniform area A has resistance R, all right? So R equals rho L upon A. Rho is resistivity, all right? Now, the area of cross section of another conductor of same material means rho will be same, and same resistance but of length 2L. Area is asked, right? But resistance is same. It is given resistance is same. So what will you do? R equals, what will you do? This is equal to rho 2L, because now it is 2L. Rho 2L upon A dash. Let's say new area is A dash. So now L gone, rho gone. So A dash equals 2A. Correct option is C, right? You will write C 2A. Now this is fine. When the examiner is checking this, he will also see at the rough work, oh, you have solved it yourself. You have not copied it. Nice. Full marks. That's it. Okay. So use the rough work wisely. All right. Yes. Now, next question. The maximum resistance which can be made using 4 resistors. It's a very easy question. Maximum resistance. Correct them in series. 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. How much? 2. A. Simple, right? Okay. Next, a diagram of traditional array. This is deleted portion. It is from management of natural resources. This portion is deleted. So I won't discuss it now. Okay. I'm only going to discuss in which there are some insights we can take home. All right. Now, the major ill effects of monoculture practice in forest is on the. It's okay. It's okay. We have done an MCQ, but still, there is a reason I'm doing this. The major ill effect of monoculture practice in forest is on the. When you are going for an MCQ, be aware only one option is going to be correct. If there are more than one option, it will tell you. But if it is not told, it means only one option is going to be correct. Now, read all the 4 options. If you think more than one also seems fine. I mean, A and B both look fine. And sometimes, what will a student do? They will write both. They will think, all right, at least one of them is correct. At least I will get half a mark. No, you will get 0. Why? Only one option is correct. So whenever you have such a confusion, and start ruling out the options. So in this, first of all, you will rule out C and D. Not possible, right? Okay, out of A and B, biodiversity which faces large destruction, this or local people whose basic needs can no longer be met from such forest. A is better, right? A is better. So that's why you will write it as here, as shown over here. Okay? So be very clear. Only one option is correct. Don't be smart giving 2 options and giving the examiner a choice to take one out of them. No. Don't do it. All right? So the proper way is this. Next. Question 9. It's a good question from chemistry. That's why I want to discuss this. There is one very particular content insight I want to discuss. Several factories were pouring their wastes in rivers A and B. All right, rivers A and B, factories were pouring their waste in this. Water samples were collected from these two rivers. Okay, from river A and from river B, we collected water samples. It was observed that sample collected from river A was acidic. A was acidic and B was basic. The factories located near A and B are A should be acidic and B should be basic. Now, look at the first option. Soaps and detergent factories near A. But sir, soaps and detergent, it is deleted. Yes, the cleansing action is deleted. This question is talking about acids and bases, all right? It's not about soaps and detergent. Okay, first clarity is this. Next, alcohol distillery near B. Now just think, alcohol, is it an acid or a base? Sir, it has OH, right? It has OH. C2H5OH. Yes. So it is base. No. It is an organic compound. When you mix an organic compound in water, do you think it will dissociate? Do you think it will give OH minus? No. No. This is the insight. Alcohol, when you mix alcohol in water, it will not dissociate. It will not show basic properties. All right. So be very clear with this. Now tell me, what do you think? A is acidic and B is basic. So it means A has what? Soaps and no, B is not possible. A is not possible. C is what? Lead storage battery. Oh yes, it has acid. So that's why C is correct. Right? So got this? Why I discussed this question? Right? Next, which of the following, the identity of initial substance remains unchanged? Physical change, chemical change. You can do this, right? Correct option is formation of crystals by process of crystallization. This is how you will write it. I'm also focusing on how you have to write the question or write the correct answer in your answer sheet. Okay? Fine? Right, move forward then. An aqueous solution A turns phenolphthalein. Oh, come on. I won't discuss it extensively. Phenolphthalein. Who turns phenolphthalein pink? Base. Right? And in the acids, it remains colorless. So, what do you think? Correct answer is C. Right? C. A has pH greater than 7. It has to be base. Then only it is turning it pink. And B has pH less than 7. So, done? Alright. Next, again, a option-based question. A choice-based question. Now, tell me, which one will you choose? The reason I'm discussing this is because I want to show you, if you know both, which one will take more time. First choice. An element X is forming an acidic oxide. Its position in modern periodic table will be acidic oxide, metallic oxide and non-metallic oxide. Which one is acidic? Non-metallic oxide, right? Now, look over here. Period 3. So one thing is fine. You have to look only at the group. Group 1, metallic. Group 2, metallic. Group 3, group 13, sorry. Group 13. Which one? That aluminium one, right? Group 13 is that aluminium one. This is not non-metallic. Group 16, oh, this is that sulfur one. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. Remember? Sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid. This is an acid, right? This is an acidic oxide. So that's why. Group 16 and period 3. This is the correct answer. Now, so this was pretty fine. Next question. Look at the next question as well. Consider the following statements about an element X with number of protons 13. Number of protons are 13 means number of electrons are also 13, right? Alright, it forms amphoteric oxide. So first of all, you should know what is an amphoteric oxide. Its valency is 3. You should also deduce this. Next is the formula of its chloride is XCl3. So this is not a bad question. But the problem is, you should know the correct answers of all the three things, A, B, and C. And then the options are A, either A, C, either A, B, and C, or only B. So it will take a little more time than the first one. But still, if you got 13 is aluminium, then everything is fine for you. You'll clearly say the option is D, A, B, and C. So that's why. Choose wisely. And you know what? Sometimes what students do is, they try to be smart. What they do? They give answers of both the choices, thinking they will get an extra mark. No. You will still get 1 mark only. And the examiner might get irritated also. So alright, don't do it. Choose wisely the thing which you know better Second, the thing which will take lesser time. That's it. Okay. These are the two things you have to take care of. Next. All right. Assertion reason type. That's why I will discuss this. Following are the members of a homologous series. Now, assertion reason. Before this, it will give you a note. It will read like this. It will tell you what are the 4 options, right? So, usually, they are same. Every year, they are the same. But still, just read them, right? Don't save your time by skipping them. Maybe they have changed this year, right? So, both A and R are true. Read A, read the assertion, read the reason, see if assertion is true, see if reason is true, and then see if reason is the correct explanation of assertion. If that is true, then A option is correct. And R is correct explanation of the assertion. B says A is true, R is true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Then it is option B. C, A is true, but R is false. D is A is false, but R is true. So first of all, you have to read assertion, you have to read reason, you have to see if both are true. That's the first thing. So assertion A says, following are the members of a homologous series, CH3OH, CH3CH2OH, CH3CH2, CH2OH. So it is, right? It is because they are alcohol family and they are differing by CH2, 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 right? It's a homologous series. Reason, what is the reason? A series of compounds with same functional group but differing by CH2. Yes, reason is also correct. And reason is the correct explanation of assertion. That's why what you will do, you will say A option is correct. Both A and R are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. That's it. All right. Now you are done with 1 mark. Let's come to 3-mark question. Time is about 5 to 6 minutes average. The word limit is 50 to 70 words. I won't say count words. I would say if it's a 3-mark question, make sure you are giving at least 3 concrete points, right? No one likes stories. Don't write paragraphs. No, never. Next, approach is describe the process, use examples and figures and explain the logical reason. Again, be clear, be precise. That's it. 3-mark question. Usually, roughly, I would say these are like 7.5 lines or 8 lines, right? But still, no paragraphs. Points are better. So let me just give you some explanation. Section B, mention the reason the color changes observed when. So this question is saying, mention the reason the color changes observed when. So first of all, it's a 3-mark question. There are 3 questions, pretty simple. You should know what is the color change. You should know the reason for it. So how will you answer this question? Like this. In first case, color changes from white to gray. Then in reason, no need to write the complete reaction. It's okay if you don't know the reaction. You should know the reason. That is, silver chloride undergoes photolytic decomposition to form silver and chlorine. Underline it. That's it. Fine, right? Similarly, you will answer the rest. But no need to write the reactions. All right? Very important. Next question. Complete and balance the following chemical equation. Now, there is a reason I want to discuss this. Let me tell you why. So, for example, this is the reaction you are writing the answer for. Okay. You wrote sodium zincate plus hydrogen. What is the problem in this? Is it fine? No. What is the problem? Let me tell you the first problem. The first problem is, if you look at the question properly, there are states given, right? Solid, liquid, aqueous. If states are given you in the question, you are supposed to write states in the answer as well. And here, states are missing, right? States are missing. All right. Okay, sir. I wrote the states now. Now, what is the problem? It's not balanced. Equation is unbalanced. Always write a balanced equation. This is complete. So if states are given in the question, you have to write states. If states are not given, you can skip them. All right. Don't be over smart. But it should be balanced. That is very least requirement. All right. It should be balanced. All right. Next. Study the data of the following 3 categories, A, B, and C. It's a data-based question, right? Again, 3 questions, 3 marks, pretty fine. From the given 3 categories, A, B, and C, pick the one which forms Daubner triads, right? So what you should do? You should know Daubner triads, right? Second says, why did Mendeleev place elements of category A, B? So for Daubner, you have just take average, right? For first and third, take the average. If it is equal to the second one, then it's fine, right? Okay. Why did Mendeleev place elements of category A, B, C in 3 different groups? Let me tell you. Some students, what they will do is, if they don't know how to apply Mendeleev's law, they will write the Mendeleev's law. But that is not asked. In the third question, is Newland law of octaves? Some students, what they will do is, they'll write the Newland law of octaves. Not needed. No one is asking you what is Mendeleev's law. No one is asking you what is Newland's law of octaves. They're asking you why, right? So apply that knowledge into this data and then answer, all right? So be very careful. Don't go into these kind of traps. Don't overshow yourself, all right? Next, from the following groups of organisms create a food chain. The reason I'm showing you this question is because I want to tell you something. That general science part, it has only 7 marks, but I have seen many of my students to give less importance to it, and that's bad. Don't do it. Yes, it is only 7 marks. Yes, it is true. Normally, very easy kind of questions come from it, but sometimes difficult and analytical based questions can come out of it, and this is an example. From the following group of organisms create a food chain which is the most advantageous for human beings in terms of energy. You have to think a lot. You have to spend time. It will need more energy, more time. So that's why it is a choice based question. So what is the choice? I would have chosen this one. Why? This is pretty generic. Read it. Come on. Write 2 harmful effects of using plastic bags on the environment. On the environment, all right? It is generic, right? Come on. It is generic. What will you have to do? Plastic bags. You can answer it. Next, suggest alternatives to the usage of plastic bags. Fine. So that's why if I were in your place, if I was giving this paper, I would have gone with the second choice. Why? It is generic. Again, I'm saying, don't leave that general science part. It's 7 mark, but it's 7 easy marks, right? Read it, understand it, and learn it properly. All right. So that is the takeaway from this. Next, state the role played by the following in the process of digestion. So I have given a solution. How to write this? Trypsin. Trypsin helps in digestion of proteins and breaks them into amino acids. Mark and underline. So this is a very good point in biology, especially because biology has a lot of words, right? So highlight the important things. It's easier for the examiner to read them. Lipase helps in breaking down the emulsified fats. Many students write it fats. No, emulsified fats into fatty acids and glycerol. So that is how you will answer it. Okay. Next, B. The finger-like projection. Oh, come on. 2 functions. They are villi, right? Increase the surface area of for absorption of digested food. So yeah, this is the complete statement. Don't skip and give only one word. Increase the surface area. For what? For absorption of digestive food, right? Digested food. That's why. Next. Classify the following as homologous. No, I won't discuss it. It is a deleted portion. It is from heredity and evolution, and we can skip this for now. Now, this is a very easy question. I won't tell you how to solve it because if you know the concept, it's a very straightforward and very easy question, right? So it's all right. I told you already. I won't give you solutions. I will only discuss those questions where are some key takeaways. But this question is fine. It's simple. You can do it. I'm telling you. Next question. Oh, it's a diagram based question, right? The diagram given below shows an object O and its image I. All right. Okay. Now, first is type of lens, converging or diverging. It is asking you converging or diverging. Don't be smart and write, sir, convex lens. No. Converging or diverging. So let me tell you how you'll answer this. First is converging. Next is name 2 optical instruments where such an image is obtained. Microscope, wherever you want to see magnified image. That's it. Next is list 3 magnified and virtual image. Third is important. List 3 characteristics of the image formed if the lens is replaced. Now, if the lens is replaced by a concave mirror of focal length f and an object is placed at a distance f/2 in front of the mirror, you should know that case, right? You should know the case where there is a concave mirror and the object is between pole and focus. Then you can answer this, right? So what are the characteristics? It is virtual, it is erect, it is magnified, right? So these cases are very important and I'll tell you in a while why. This is one example. I'll tell you one more. Don't worry. Give reasons for the following. Okay, again, 3 marks, 3 questions, very simple. There is either a convergence or divergence of magnetic field lines near the ends of a current carrying. Oh, come on. Just write straight away. Write straightforward answers. Don't give. So let me tell you why I'm showing this. Give the reasons for the following. Don't give the reason like this. There is either a convergence or a divergence of magnetic field lines near the ends of a current carrying straight solenoid because the strength of magnetic field is maximum near the... No. Don't copy the whole question and then say because and give the answer. No, don't do that. Give straightforward answer. Because the strength of magnetic field is maximum near the end of a solid. That's fine. It's okay. Alright? It's fine. Don't go into copying the whole question. Write because or due to and then give the answer. Don't waste your time. Okay. So, the insight is clear? Alright. Next, with the help of a labeled ray diagram, show the path followed by a narrow beam of monochromatic light. Okay. Diagram based question. I told you. Always prefer diagram based question. If you know it, your marks are fixed. No one can take them away from you. So, make a diagram. And make sure you make the arrows correct. Incident ray, emergent ray. Alright. A neat and clean diagram. And if you make it like this, your marks are sealed. No one can take them from you. Alright. Now, option B. What would happen if this beam is replaced by a narrow beam of white light? Do you think it's a diagram based question or you have to just say dispersion? No. It's a continuation. With the help of a labeled ray diagram, show what would happen if this beam is replaced by a white light. So it's again a diagram based question. Write the word dispersion but also show the diagram. If you want to be smart, you can just write violet or red like this. That's it. Fine. Alright. So this is what I want to show. Next is option. Just choose whichever is best for you. Alright. So next. Here I want to mention one thing very important. Power is 1 by F. Power is 1 by F. So that's why. Person needs a lens of power 3D plus 3D for correcting his near vision and minus 3D for correcting his distant vision. Calculate the focal length of the lens is required. The focal length is what? 1 by P. So P is 1 by F. So F is 1 by 3 plus P is minus 3D. So F is minus 1 by 3 minus. That's it, right? Next. It's a 5-mark question. The boss level, right? Now, by this time, you are well acquainted. Yes, you are sweating. Yes, your hands are tiring a little bit, but you are charged up. You are like full warm-up mode is done. Now you are ready for these questions. That's why I do them in the end, right? And make sure you are on time. Don't waste the question. Don't waste time on the silly question or take it to your ego and spend more and more time without solving it. So don't do that. All right. 5-mark question. Time is 8 to 10 minutes per question. Yes, these are long, but still take time. And you will observe that yes, they are also into parts. It's not like a passage. All right. Word limit is 80 to 120 words. Fine. Make sure you give 5 concrete points. At least 5 concrete points. Approach is describe the process. Make bullet points. Always make bullet points. I'll show you what am I saying over here. Write formula or equations, draw diagrams. Alright. This is what it looks like if you write it as a passage. I won't advise it like this. Let me show you what am I saying. Section C. So this question I won't discuss because right now it's out of syllabus. It's from extraction. Not needed. Next. Compare soaps and detergent on the basis of the composition cleansing action. Soaps and detergent and the cleansing action. Out of syllabus again. Not needed. Now, this I will discuss. Yes. And there's a reason I want to discuss this. Write the correct sequence of steps followed during journey of oxygen-rich blood from lungs to various organs of human body. Okay. The question is saying write the correct sequence of steps. Alright. First of all, you should understand it is talking about half a cycle, right? Journey of oxygen-rich blood from lungs to various organs of human body. This is half of the cycle. It is not talking about the full cycle. Which half is not here? Deoxygenated blood from the organs to lungs. That is not here. Oxygenated blood from lungs to the organs of the body. That is half a cycle. Now, how will you write it? So let me show you one example. Let's say a student write it like this. He's not wrong, I would say. He's not completely wrong. But the problem is, do you think you are making life of the examiner easier? No. You are giving him a passage to read. Do you think he has time? Do you think he's interested? No. Write steps, write in points. This is a good way to answer this question. The correct sequence of steps in the journey of oxygen-rich blood from lungs to various organs. First, pulmonary vein. Second, left atrium. Then left atrium contracts. Then bicuspid valve. Then left ventricle. Left ventricle contracts, aorta, and then all parts of the body. Do you see? This is a very good sequence of steps. It's very clear. You don't have to spend much time. If I was the examiner, I was like, nice, good, you're right. So, make the life of the examiner easier. Be precise. Write in points. Don't write passages, okay? Fine. All right. Next is, what happens when the system of blood vessels develop a leak? Leakage results in the loss of blood pressure, decreasing the efficiency of the pumping system. All right. This is fine, but it's not complete. Why? This is the complete thing. You forgot the blood clot part, right? Also, formation of blood clot by platelets occurs as the clot happens when minimizing blood loss. Got this? So yes, make sure. That is the reason I discussed that question. No passages. A nice, good sequence of steps and points. That's it. Okay? Draw a diagram showing germination of pollen on stigma of flower. All right. I will always tell you, if there is a diagram based question and you know the diagram, choose it. Choose that, right? Because your marks are fixed. And in bio, it's a pattern. In a diagram based question, 1 mark is for the diagram and half mark is for the labeling. So you have to label what? Pollen grain, pollen tube, stigma, female germ cell. Make the nice diagram, a nice and clean diagram. On one side, mark the labels. Don't do it like this. One is here, one is there, one is here, one is there. No. It does not look good. Make sure you do it on one side, right? Then your 3 marks are fine. 1 for the diagram and half a mark each for each labeling, right? 3 marks are done if you make this diagram correct. Okay. That's why I always prefer diagram based question. Next, state the significance of pollen tube. All right. So one way of writing this is like this. Pollen tube transports pollen grain to the ovule. And for the next question, it says, name the parts of flower that develop after fertilization into seed and fruit. Ovary, ovule. But you know what? I knew that ovule develops into a seed. But I write ovary. What is the correct way? Write it like this. Pollen tube carries the male germ cell to reach the ovary and fuse with the female germ cell, right? This is the proper statement. It makes sense. Your 1 mark is fine, right? Next, don't always write seed is ovule and this is ovary. Because when you are rehearsing this answer and you are going to write it, you might make a mistake. But if you are writing ovule develops into seed, you won't make a mistake. If you were writing ovary develops into seed, I'm wrong. Ovule develops into seed, right? So that's why. Write it like this. Okay. Got this? Next. Now, this is again a pretty straightforward question. I won't discuss it over here. This is again a very easy question. Simple. Resistance. Joule's law of heating. Fuse. All right. Not a problem. This question I will discuss. Why? Read it first. A security mirror used in a big showroom has a radius of curvature 5 meters. All right. Now, think. Security mirror. All right. These things are not there in syllabus, but still, if you forgot what is a security mirror, this whole question is out of your hand. Right? So how will you answer this? You will answer it like this. Convex mirror is used as security mirror. This much knowledge you should have. And the reason I want to discuss is because not just because of the security mirror, because of sign convention as well. Right side to the lens, take positive. Left side to the lens, take negative. And stick to it. Don't keep on changing it, right? So that's why I have written radius is plus 5 meter. I told you numerical based question have a good structure, be neat and clean, right? And don't forget the unit. That's why. Focal length is this much. Object distance is minus 20y. It is on the left side. That's why. Use mirror formula. Write it. Solve it. Find the answer. Now image is formed behind the mirror. So virtual image erect image and diminished image. This is a good way of representing or answering such questions. All right. Next is again sign convention, right? Focal length is this, U is this, lens formula. Write the formula, apply it, get the answer, find the magnification, and then say. So, did you get? Why did we do this paper? There were a lot of insights. How to go for which question? What is a good answer? What is a bad answer, right? In which you will get full marks, in which you might lose marks. So, these were the things I wanted to discuss here. Now, why? I did not give you solutions. You have to find the solutions. There are multiple sets. In the description, I have given you a link. Go to the link, download the previous year papers and solve them. Recreate the board environment at your home, right? Try it like this. I'm sure you will have no pressure while you are sitting in the actual exam, all right? Okay, solving. The biggest part is done. Now it is about the mindset. Sir, what kind of mindset? Let me tell you. Get ready for the final lap. For the past 1 year, you are not in a sprint. You are not in a 100-meter race. You are doing a marathon. But now it is the final lap. So what should be your mindset in this final lap? Let me tell you. Compete with yourself. I'm telling you, we all have this habit. We call our friends, hey, how much you have done? Hey, how much you have done? Someone says, I have done complete. Oh my God, he has finished the syllabus. I have not even done half. Compete with yourself. It's true. Compete with yourself. Always see you are in a better position than yesterday or not. All right. Make goals for you. Don't compare. All right. Next, plan the schedule for each subject according to the date sheet. Now, what do I mean here? You have got the date sheet, right? See which exam is on which date. The exams on which you are having 1 or 2 holidays. Let's say it's after a weekend. It's on a Monday. So, which means you will get time to revise those things, right? So don't focus on them very much to revise everything now. Don't do it, right? What do you have to do? The subjects in which you don't have any holiday, focus on them better. Focus on revising them better. Because during the exam, you won't get time. You won't get time to focus on revision of those chapters. You'll come after an exam. Next day, you have one more exam. That's why, all right? So plan according to the date sheet. That's what do I mean by over here. Don't believe the rumors. True. When exam season approaching, a lot of sites, a lot of friends, they give random rumors. This portion is gone. This chapter, I have heard these kind of questions will come. Don't believe such rumors. If someone tells you something, ask them, can you show me this on the official website? If they can, then believe them. Otherwise, don't believe the rumors, right? Very important. Next, take smarter breaks. Sir, smarter breaks. See, taking breaks is fine. When you are studying, I won't say study for continuous 5 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. No, I won't say that. Take breaks. It's necessary. But if I'm telling you to take break, I don't mean open your phone and go on Insta, go on Facebook, go on WhatsApp, start chatting. Why? The problem is, you also understand this. When you start doing this, you open the Instagram for let's say 5 minutes, you end up spending half an hour or 1 hour. That's true. That's true with me also. So that's why. Take smarter breaks. And second thing is, how you can be smart about taking breaks? Let's say you were revising or studying maths. You studied it for let's say 1.5 hours. You got bored of it. Now, go for bio, go for chemistry, right? Change the subject. Be smart about it, right? Don't go into, but if you want to play outside, do some physical activity, I'm okay for it. Do it. It's very important, right? Just sitting is bad. Go run, jog, play football, anything, it's fine. Not for whole day, all right? Yeah, so take smarter breaks. Now study from books, tablet or laptop and not from phone. This is also important. Phone is, again, I'm telling you, the problem with phone is when you are studying from phone, you tend to get notifications. Your friend has liked your photo. Oh, my friend is calling me. A live video is started. These things happen on phone. That's why, all right? So choose a laptop or a tablet to study and sit straight, sit on a chair table and then study, all right? So this is all I have to give you in this session. And I think you will solve the papers now. All right, my whole intent was to encourage you so that you can solve the old question papers by yourself. If you're about to do it, if you're ready to do it, I'm fine. Yes, I'm more than happy. All right, so all the best from my side. Do it well and make us proud. All right, I'm Saurabh signing off. I'll see you around.